next up, I think I'll have Matt walk us through the basics of ITV's latest Monday night drama, stripped across the week. All 4 episodes will be on this week, Flesh and Blood.
He always gives me the one that he doesn't want to do. So
Thank you.
It starts with a tragedy. We don't know what it is. Police have rocked up, speaking to a character called Mary, played by Imelda Staunton. She's the next door neighbour to Vivian, who's played by Francesca Annis. She's recently widowed, I think, but the husband was a bit of a ne'er-do-well when he was alive. She started a relationship with a character called Mark, played by Stephen Rea. They've been together, was it about 6 months? Or less than that, 3 months? It's been a short time, and the first scenes are introducing her 3 adult children at the build-up to them meeting him for the first time, Mark. So we've got Helen, who's played by Claudie Blakely, who's the oldest child, works for a hospital trust. But it's she's neglecting her family for her career, and she's got a stroppy teenage daughter. Familiar face Russell Tovey in this, playing Jake, the son of the family, who is a personal trainer, also a gambling addict, has been separated from his family due to his excessive spending, and basically becomes a gigolo for Sharon Small at the end of episode 1.
That was the most bizarre piece of casting, those two together, I think I've ever seen or heard of. They have no discernible chemistry at all together.
Central casting Yeah. The youngest of the 3 children is Natalie, who's been having an affair with her boss. He is tempting her with the fact that they might be making their relationship legitimate, but his wife sort of clued up to it. And I think that was the clunkiest scene, wasn't it, where she was there with his wife and she said something like, "You won't win, or something silly like that.
Oh, I think we could have a talk about what was the clunkiest moment. Yeah.
This is being narrated by Mary, who is the nosy neighbour, to the extent that she has binoculars that she's spying on.
Quite literally, yeah.
Vivian, the family. She keeps coming around with cheese straws. And it's one where you don't know what's happened, but you know it's not good. So Stephen Rea's character is, am I good? Am I bad? We're rooting round in drawers. Oh no, but we're just looking for the passport so we can have a weekend away together. And then, she's mysteriously hospitalised, so I'll have to move in to look after her for a while. And the children are distrusting. Is Imelda Staunton a bit dodgy? Has she done something? I kept thinking, did she poison the cheese straws that she brought round?
You actually kept thinking, did she poison the 2 straws?
Well, because she was coming across more dodgy, wasn't she, as it went along? And I was thinking, well, she's just collapsed unknowingly, and she keeps baking for her. So that was my initial suspicion.
You were more invested in this than I was.
What is the reason that these children are that against their mum moving on? You get the insinuation that the dad was a bit of a
they just learned that. They just learned that. Up until that point, they thought he was a bit of a hero.
Whereas in Gold Digger, you at least had he's younger and she's got money, and there was a thing about her coming into some money. But it's a man of a similar age. They get on. What's wrong with that? I didn't.
I'm amazed you've had this reaction to it.
I didn't get
the jeopardy.
The jeopardy, yeah. So that was my main. And the second thing, I suppose, and you'll probably have the same thing, is lack of sort of sympathetic characters. Really,
I do think, and I think sometimes unfairly, ITV gets this moniker, but I would absolutely say this is the most middle class, white, privileged piece of TV I think I've seen in a long, long time. I was just so uninterested in all of it. Like, I can see my mum enjoying this if I was to sit there with her, but otherwise,
sort of like
I just don't know who's
Broadchurch style cliffs. They all lived on the seafront, didn't they, Imelda Staunton? And everyone had really nice houses. You got the sort of the property. None of them could be that poor because they all had like really nice houses.
I have to confess that I was writing something. It just became a radio play to me at one point because I just thought I don't need to pay that close of attention. It's not.
You lose stuff then. You like the cheese straws and things like that.
I think I still the cheese straws.
Like I said about The Stranger, it is one of those sort of airport novel very sort of thinly drawn characters, but the plot's meant to bounce you along. But again, unless they reveal something about what's happened in the present, what is there to cling on? None of the
side characters
none
are
of the
that interesting.
children, we've got the loveless marriage of the older daughter, the ongoing affair of the younger daughter, and whatever's going on with Russell Tovey. That's all. That's just completely like trying.
I don't get it. I know that ITV have a demographic, and I know if I was being kind to it, this will certainly appeal to that demographic. But try something different, surprise me, excite me. Don't make me watch the same drama week after week, and then this is going to be replaced by Liar next week, which is basically the same thing.
I think next week we're going to be doing quite a lot of ITV dramas, aren't we? So we shall see if any excitement or temps or what was the other word you used?
Excite me, tempt me, surprise me.
Surprise you. I don't think the surprise will be.
To me, all they're doing is changing the actors, but putting them in the same show, pretty much. All this week at 9 o'clock, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Flesh and Blood is going to be what they call in the biz stripped across the week.